It's time to get on up with Jam and Renee. And here's your hosts, James Arthur M. and Renee Culver.
Good morning, get on up. Yeehaw, yeehaw. Good morning, everybody. And welcome to Get On Up. You are live on Backchannel, the only place where you can listen to, watch, and chat live with your very host. You're watching Get On Up this morning right here on Backchannel. I am one of your fabulous hosts coming to you live from Austin, Texas, as you can tell from my hat. I am James Arthur M.
And I am Renee Culver. Well, good morning to my new favorite cowboy. How are you identifying? Is that with the hat? Are we going full throttle? This is incredible. I'm so happy.
Can I tell you?
I can't.
The countdown clock had started, and I was like, okay, I'm ready to do the show. And then I was like,
Yes.
but I don't have my hat.
No.
So that way I want everyone to know where I'm coming. Gotta have a gimmick. You gotta have a gimmick. Otherwise, what are we doing?
Absolutely do. Well, and I think you're doing it very successfully. I love it. Now, I think the question we all want to know, did you bring that hat with you, or was that hat acquired in the time that you've been there?
I'm officially a Texan through this hat. This is Happy Friday, y'all. Yes, absolutely. Audra chiming in. Happy Friday, y'all. Happy Friday.
Hello.
Audra's here. It's Friday, just in
gift.
time to see Cowboy Hat Friday. I wish I could get my camera angle a little better so you can get all this hat in there.
Let's see. How can we drop you down? Because you're in an Airbnb, you're in a hotel. What did we do to you?
Oof. Yes, I am in an Airbnb. I did not stay in a hotel like everybody else in my company, like they did.
Okay.
I got an Airbnb. I got a 2-bedroom condo. I'm in Austin. It's fabulous. We love it.
Excuse me.
No, it's good. It's good. We'll get into all of my Austin adventures in a moment, but Renee, there's still more we got to do. Hello, Stacy. Hello. I'm in your state.
A dream team. And Stacy, Jim, I don't know if you heard, Stacy has a YouTube channel, and Stacy made you a custom-made welcome to Texas. Can you believe it?
Stacy,
I know.
I'm incredibly grateful. I'm wearing this hat in honor of being here in Texas, and I cannot seem to get my ring light to stay on. This is the travel version. Also, I don't think my microphone is working, and maybe it's because it's not plugged in. I forgot the cord. This is my first time traveling. I'm not Liv. I don't know how she does it. She's good at it.
I think it takes a minute. In fact, I think Stacey's so good to see it. Now, first off, let's do an official roll call to our sweet Get On Uppers. We're so happy to have you. We've got London. We've got Chris. We got a few no names. We got Tremendous Goose, Stacy, Sandy, Abiding Falcon, Audra, everyone I love and want to be friends with. Now, I will say, so with this no name, I have a whole story to go along with it. When I see a show, do not like to be an audience participant immediately. Once I get to know the show, once I understand what's happening, I'm like, I have things to say. But initially, I don't love it. So I'm with you. If you're like, I just don't want my name out just yet, fine. But once you feel cozy and comfortable, if you want to switch your name to your actual name or an adjective and an animal, all you have to do is say to your device, change my name, and it will. And it will. Not to be confused with Beyonce's Say My Name, right?
This is true. This is where it gets a little confusing, a little hard to keep touch. And I mean, look at Renee, just holding down the fort. Does she even need me here?
Yes.
No, she's got
desperately
all control.
Desperately.
How big this camera angle is. I apologize, everybody. This is my first road show.
No.
I will get better at it. I will get better.
Perfect. Do you remember when I got my new laptop, and my new laptop was smaller than my old laptop, and so I had the same thing? If you want, are there books around? I'm
using books.
Okay. Well, are there more books? Do you have more? I bet if you put 2 more books underneath there.
The camera angle.
Perfect. Okay, that could also do it.
Is that better?
That could also do it. But I see what you want. You want to get you want it to be known that you're wearing a cowboy hat. And at that angle, we can just see that there's a brim of something. There you go.
I can adjust the hat. Oh, it's me. I'm the problem. All right. Now we're all on the same page.
Absolutely never.
Well, thank you for this dress rehearsal live on air. Thank you so much. This is so great. And just let y'all know, if you've never been here to Get On Up before, you can catch us every Monday through Friday at 7 a.m. Pacific time or right now it is 9 a.m. Central Time because that's where I am.
What?
Yeah, Renee,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
gotta
yeah,
tell
yeah.
you,
Yeah.
doing the show at 9,
Is it a
it is
gift?
great.
Oh,
I think we
man.
have to move to Austin, Texas. It is
I
a
think we might
gift.
have to. I genuinely think we might have to. I think that every morning, and I was like, I love this so much. If only it weren't at 7 a.m.
But we love it. We love it. We love it so much. And then if you're on the East Coast, you are catching us at 10 a.m. So it's whatever time works for you. Although we start at 7 a.m. Pacific time. But you can always
True.
catch us on the YouTubes. You can catch the reruns there. And
Very
Renee
true.
said the magic
Yes.
word already, but this show is interactive. So you can get involved in the conversation. All you got to do is you say the word say into your Alexa device. Ooh, I hope I did not activate her or your Echo device, and she'll be like, okay, what you want me to say?
Yeah.
And whatever you say after that, she will say it and we'll see it. And it'll be a big old conversation and we'll love it. So, London, Stacy, Tremendous Goose, Sandy, Abiding Falcon, Chris, No Name, Emerald. Can't wait to hear what y'all have to
I
say.
love it.
Hear
I
that,
love
y'all?
it. I can't not wait to hear. Stacy coming in, she wants to know how are you liking Texas so far? What are your Austin review? Now we need to tell everybody what they've gotten themselves into for the show, but I do feel like Stacy has fielded the question we all want to know. How is it?
How is James enjoying Texas? I mean, look at this cute little Airbnb. Look at that.
Come
Isn't that
on. Well, I
cute?
hate
Dead
that. I
animal
don't like
skull.
that. No, I do not. Nope. Put that camera back. I don't like it. If there were if you would have panned and there was a live cow, I would have been like,
It's right here.
okay, go ahead and put that camera back. That's fine. Or I'll
Did
just block it out
everybody
so I can't see
see Renee?
it. That's fine.
Okay, all right, all right. Thank you.
Okay, that I
Okay.
like. That's wonderful. Or I can work with this. Will you tell me the origin
Wait,
story of that cow?
it like died of old age at
Thank you.
102.
Okay, that I can work with. All right, and now we're honoring. Okay, all right, I like that.
Now we're back. All right. So I want that. I want to feel very Texas. So how I'm enjoying it. It's a very big state. The tacos are huge. I'm here for work, so I didn't get to really see a lot. I'm in Austin, Texas.
Sure.
I didn't get to see a lot because we were working very, very hard. And
Fair.
I'd say everyone's very kind. Everyone is very kind. I was a little nervous being from the coastal towns, but I feel like I got to
Sure.
meet and have conversations with people who are different than me, and that maybe some of my fears are maybe a little bit in my head, sort of. Some of
I
them are not.
love
But you can
this.
still have conversations with people who are different than you. But
Of
I'm also in
course.
Austin, which is like the San Francisco of the South. So
True. Very true. Have you got to when I was there, there was so much good barbecue. And this is cliche, but I was taken with how incredible the barbecue was and how talented the musicians are. Like there'd be
ugh,
like little
so much
like hoot
live
nannies all over the
music.
place. And I was just like, this is nuts. It's so good.
There
They're
is
so
so
good.
much live music all over the Ding Dong Place.
Yeah.
We did a duck tour. Again, we're working, we're so busy, so incredibly busy. Bonding. We did do a
hmm
duck tour. Which has anybody ever get on uppers? Have you ever done a duck tour? I am so curious.
No,
Renee, have you done a duck tour?
no.
Sarah,
What I want to know all
Ozra,
about it.
Stacy. So the duck tour is essentially an amphibious vehicle. So it'll drive on like the highway and the streets, and then it's like time to go in the water.
Crazy. Crazy.
And
Crazy.
there's a lake. It's really a river, but they call it a lake. So we went to the lake. It's a river. It's the Colorado
Okay.
River. The
Gotcha.
Colorado
Okay.
River goes very far.
It's a
It
long
goes all the
time. Yeah.
way
It's not
from
good at
Renee's home state
boundaries.
of
Yeah.
Colorado to the Gulf. It's insane. Through Texas, it's insane.
It's very impressive. Oh my God, this sounds like
But
so much
we did
fun.
it. It was lovely. It was nice. It was good. I'm enjoying it. It's not it's humid, but like I've done worse. I lived in New
Okay.
York. It's fine. So
Okay. And yeah, because we're only in April. God, can you imagine? That's the tricky thing
oof,
about
yeah.
that is that I look at that. I want that. I also love I love a Tennessee, which we talked about. We talked. It's tricky, but I think if you get yourself to Nashville, you can find that music. You can find that good food. You can have conversations. But it's that weather. It's that summer weather. It's that summer humidity is it's tricky.
It's quite a beast, yeah. But and as Stacey pointed out, one,
Mhm.
not all the tacos are big. Some are
Okay.
tiny and easy to eat. Well, I went to Torchy's On day one, I landed. A coworker was like, let's go to Torchy's. I was like, I don't know what that
Okay.
is, but okay.
Googling
We went to
Torchies. Okay.
Torchy's. They have a
Torchies.
variety of
Yeah.
tacos. I did not know. Like,
Wow.
and the tacos are huge. They are
Look
huge.
at
I
this. I'm on the
ordered, Renee,
website. Yeah.
I ordered not one, not two,
Uh-huh. Mhm.
not three, four
Mhm.
tacos. They're
Okay.
huge.
Well, of course you did, because with this amount, I'm whistling a lot this morning. I'm catching it. If you're catching it, I'm aware, and I hope I stop. Hope I stop. We'll see.
Don't ever
We'll see
change,
how it goes.
Renee. Don't ever change.
um, I'm on the website right now. I'm looking at the menu. This looks absolutely incredible. I do need to hear what 4 tacos you got, please.
Ooh, there was one that had, there's a new, does everybody else want to hear this? Should we
Yes,
take this offline?
100%. Okay, because they just have cute. As I'm looking, it's got like Tokyo Drifter, Trailer Park, Tipsy Chick. Some of these words I can't say. Their logo even has a little bit of a, well, excusez-moi, a fried avocado taco.
Oh, I got that one. Because I was like, what's a
Baja
fried
shrimp.
avocado? Get an operas. Have you ever had fried avocado before? I had a fried avocado taco. It
Heaven.
was amazing. It was
This
really
looks
great.
absolutely incredible. Okay, well, Torchies, I will, you stay put. I'm on my way after the show. I'll grab a quick flight.
Yes, it was so good. I really recommend. I had 4 tacos. They're huge. I did put all of them away in my stomach.
Mhm.
And then we went to the Soho House, which is an invite only club. I don't know if you all
Well,
know about
look
the
at you.
Soho House, but
Yeah.
like the Soho House is invite only. It's like a members club where you can get like there's a pool, there's like a bar, and you're not allowed to use your like no social media. You can't take photos because
Right.
celebrities show up there and they just want to be able to be themselves. I've only been to a Soho House in Barcelona,
Okay.
and I didn't know they had one in Austin, and here we are.
That's incredible. I love it. Swinging back to Torchies just real quick. Texas is saying, Texas, that's the name. Torchies tacos are so good. Robin says hi. Stacy, you're just the kindness. YouTube, one of my favorite hosts. Love to see it. Love to see it. Soho House is very intimidating for people like moi. As your fellow soccer mom, how do you, when it's invitation only, how do you get one of those invites? How are you getting into this? You're looking like you? Is that what's
You gotta
happening?
know somebody. You gotta
Mhm.
know somebody. You gotta know
Mhm.
somebody. And then last night we hit the town, which is why I have Tara Reid, party girl voice. Let's just put it out there. I can't
I
believe
would be
Renee has
disappointed if you
waited.
showed up any other way.
I appreciate that Renee has been so professional and not mentioned anything. Was I hooting
Not
and
at all.
hollering last
Do you wanna
night?
hear what I'm genuinely thinking? Is if I
What?
had had the evening that you had previously had, what would have shown up on screen would have been unrecognizable from any other time you've seen me, and the fact that you were showing up handsome, articulate, funny, fat, I don't know how.
Mm,
I don't know how. You are a pro to the nth degree. I'm very impressed,
no.
but I'm also very proud that you did the evening properly. Good work.
All
Nice
right. All
job.
right.
Mm-mm-mm.
Well, we have quite the audience here, and I'm
Yes.
so excited to get into today's show. We've got such a
Mhm.
jam-packed agenda for today. So we're going to do a Flashback Friday question. We're going to go do and go back in time and see what y'all were doing in your past, what you were thinking about. We're going to get to that in a moment. Everybody's working for the weekend, especially, I mean,
Mm, mm,
Renee's favorite
mm,
day
mm,
is
mm,
any day that
mm,
starts with an
mm,
S.
mm. I
It's a
love it. I
Saturday, it's a
love it. It's my
Sunday.
favorite. I
She's an
love it.
S
I
girl.
love
She's
it.
an
I
S
love
day
it. I
girl.
sure
So we
am.
want to
I
know
most
what
certainly
Renee
am.
is getting herself
Yes,
into
please.
on
Thank
her
you.
S days. And we're going to do a birthday quiz. I'm actually going to take the reins today. Usually it's Renee on Fridays, but Renee will be doing Family Feud later on. It looks like there's a theme, and I'm excited to see what the theme is. It could be about
Okay.
top greetings, Disney, Aladdin, cheesecake, or desserts. We'll find out.
I
And then
love
we're going to do
it.
Forget About It Friday. What are we going to leave behind? And of course, we're going to bring you the news for Feel It Out Friday as well. I do see that Stacy has a question, so I would love to know, Stacy, what is your question? There's a question. She says,
Ooh,
Jam,
okay. I want
I
to
got a
know.
question for you. I am
Yeah.
on pins and needles of what this question could be.
This is the whole reason that we showed up for the show. That's it. Okay, yes. Okay, so on Fridays, we only get Stacy for 1 hour because there's a gathering at 10 and they're in Texas. So we will treasure every minute of it, Stacy, but we do understand that you have to leave at 10. We get it. We get it.
And
We
I
understand.
fully understand because Stacey and I are in the same exact state,
Yeah.
same time zone. When she says 10, I know exactly
Oh,
what that means. I
sure.
don't need to calculate. I
Mm-mm.
look at the
Mm-mm.
clock and I'm like, 45 minutes. We need to make sure we get to the celebrity birthdays before. So don't you
There we
worry,
go.
everybody. We will get there.
I
And I
love it.
just want to call out all the users who've been here so far. Shouting out to Stacy and Audra for chiming on in. Robin, who's been saying hi. Chris, Sandy, Tremendous Goose. Thank y'all for being here. Remember, if you'd like to send us a chat, you can do so by just into your Echo device or your Fire TV, say the magic word say into your computer or your robot person, and they will do all the work for you right there. So thank you so much for watching Get On Up on Backchannel, the app. Now, Renee, our
Yes.
Flashback Friday question is,
Yes.
and
Yes.
Get On Uppers, we want Tim. Hello, good
Good
morning.
morning
Stop the
to
show.
Tim.
Tim.
I love it. Well, we're gonna have to make this flashback very fast because we got to get to birthdays because I have Tim is always right here, and I refuse to
Oh
play
yeah.
without my helper.
100%. No, I got it.
Okay.
I got it. All right, our Flashback Friday question for you all today. What was your first car? What was your first car? We want to have a conversation and a chat about it. What was your first car that you ever had? All the details, how old you were, what was the make, the model. Did you like it? Did you name it? Did your car have
Yes.
a name? Renee.
Yes.
And Melodic Margay is also here, so welcome. We are just doing our
Such a good
Flashback Friday
team this Friday.
question. What was your first car you ever had? Chime on in. Say
Yes.
is the magic word. You just say, I had a
Ooh.
Chevy Bronco, a Chevy white Bronco. I did
Audra
not.
with a perfect tutorial, a champagne-colored Ford Taurus station wagon with a rumble seat. Very cool. Very cool. Very
Ooh.
cool. Honestly, I think I would still consider that car today. That sounds like a lot of fun. I love it.
Renee's like,
I
that's what I have right now in my driveway.
Audra, this is so embarrassing because I do want to be your best friend, and best friends know what each other means all the time, always, and they don't have to have follow-up questions. But what is a rumble seat? Rumble seat.
Oh, I know what a rumble
Taurus.
seat is.
Well, what's
It's
a
when you're
rumble seat?
driving and it
Huh?
just shakes you and it's like
Oh,
rumble, rumble, rumble,
I
rumble.
love it. That's very fun.
Such.
Okay, that's great.
I
Champagne
made that
colored
up.
is perfect. Okay, well, I like it. It's fun. I had a good time with it. It's a very good time. Jim, what was your
Renee,
first
tell
car?
me.
Oh, yeah, you can ask
No,
somebody.
I asked you
Okay.
first. I asked you first.
This is sad in a funny way to me. So, so you get that job at 14, 15. You start mowing yards at 14 because in Colorado you get your license at 16. I feel like that's
That's
everywhere. Is there
America.
anywhere you can get your license earlier?
No,
No,
but
I
it's true.
genuinely feel like there's some maybe southern states because of farming, because of thing like you can drive a tractor at 15.
Okay,
I don't know.
no,
I
that's
could be
fine.
wrong about
That
that.
sounds right. That sounds right.
So Colorado, you get your license at 16, like you do everywhere else. Okay, Audra, real quick, is telling me about this rumble seat. In the hatchback of the station wagon, the floor of the trunk area holds, and it's a seat. That's
But
amazing, and it faces
yeah.
backwards. This is incredible. I would always call rumble seat every time, all the time. Rumble seat, I'd shout,
Okay.
and they'd be like,
Well, okay.
shotguns, much
Mm-hmm.
better. I'm like, well, I called the rumble seat. So I don't understand
And
you.
Stacey pointing out that you can get your permit at 15 years old, which I also think is still just all the same rules across America.
Sure.
But
Okay. Sounds right. That
yes,
sounds right. Okay.
tell
So
me
you
about
get
your car. I
you
want to
start
hear.
mowing yards. You start mowing yards at 14. You get your hosting job at at Macaroni Grill at 15. And by then you have
Macaroni
collected
Grill.
$600. And I would love to tell you what $600 will buy you. It'll buy you a 1986. So at that point, it's 10 years old. Jeep Cherokee with 300,000 miles on it. Canary yellow. Mhm. Thank you so much. It will
Wow.
start 40% of the time. 40% of the time you turn that key, it'll start right up. The amount of walking I did with my first car, I cannot begin to tell you.
Was it
So,
worth it?
no, it was a really bad mistake. But but she was mine and I loved her. And before I learned how bad she was, I had donned her in all things Broadway. So I love New York. 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 All over the bumper stickers. And my garage really knew that I love New York because I didn't get around very much. And that was
Well, your car was literally your vision wall. You were like, "This is what's gonna happen.
thank
I'm
you.
gonna go
Yeah.
to New York," and you made it
Yes.
happen. And you threw
Yeah.
your hat in there, and she did
Mhm,
make it after all.
mhm,
Okay,
mhm. Let's
I
hear
I
yours.
love this so much.
Yes.
Well, I have some comments about your
Comments,
car. It's just a
please.
cool. I always wanted a Jeep so badly. I wanted a Jeep
Yeah.
so badly. I'm a little jealous. I I didn't get my license until I was 18. I was so busy, I had no time to take like driver's ed or these permit classes, all these things.
Right.
There was a weekend class that you could just get it all done in one weekend. So I did take the driver's ed class. I was like 17, senior year, trying to get it done. My dad's like, "I'll get you your car. You just gotta get the license and stuff."
Right.
I failed my driver's test the first time within the.
Of course. Yeah,
Have
you
I
have to.
told you all this?
No, but just that you
Within
have to. Yeah.
I failed my driver's license within like the first 2 minutes of pulling away from the DMV. My dad hadn't even, he was like waving us
Yeah.
goodbye. And we pulled out of the driveway. And it's like a blind intersection.
Right.
And I couldn't see. And I was nervous. And I was like, should I go? Should I not? And I was like, I'm going to start going. And here comes this car. And you either like have to like go or not. And I
Yeah.
like second guessed it and at the last minute decided to floor it and go. And
Yeah.
we take off. The driver's instructor, she grabs the oh no bar, right? She's like, "Ugh, ugh."
Oh.
She pushes her pearls. And then she's holding on and she's like, yeah, just turn right back into here. And we just pulled right back into the driveway of the DMV. My dad hadn't even gone inside yet. And he was,
Oh,
oh,
no.
you're back already. Yeah. So I didn't
And
get my
did the
license until
driver
after.
Okay.
Yeah, don't know what you're gonna
I
say.
was gonna say, did the instructor sort of realize, like, you're just real nervous, so let's not do it today. Let's circle back.
No,
No, of course
not
she
at
was
all.
mean.
No, no,
Okay.
no. She
All right.
was mean about it. I was devastated. I wasn't gonna have my license before I graduated, and
Sure.
went back 2 weeks later. Got it. My dad got me a 2002 Ford Focus. That was
Yeah.
my car.
Perfect. That's exactly what you want. That's
But
good.
then I barely had a car because then I went to college. Freshmen and sophomores were not allowed cars on campus. So I
Okay.
never actually had my car with me in college. So I'd only drive it. It made my summer car, and then it died 5 years later. I just was never driving it, and it just like gave out. So there
I
it is. Oh, and
love it.
Stacy created a video just for me to
Just for
watch. Stacy,
you.
how do I find this video? This seems like a welcome video to Texas. I appreciate this so much. I would love to see this. How do I see it? Please let me know, Stacy. I really, really, really genuinely appreciate that. Renee did not make me a
I
video,
didn't make
and
any
has not
videos.
ever.
I didn't make you one
And
video.
you did. So just want you to know I love you and I
Yeah.
appreciate you. And Renee, get
And
it
you're a
together.
better friend than I am.
Step
You
it up.
truly are. I gotcha. I gotcha. I
Wait,
love
I
it.
want to go back. Tim shared what his car was. Tim drove an old Chevy Vega that used
Nice.
about a quart of oil a day.
Oh God, Tim.
Tim,
Yeah, these old cars, man,
that
it's
was like
fun.
a
It's real fun.
nightmare.
I love.
Nightmare.
Oh my
Wow.
goodness.
And then Texas said, oh, just the general state of Texas. That makes sense. I'm in Texas, and Texas
Here
is
we
here.
go.
Texas
Okay.
chimed in. Chevy Silverado, it was 18, just moved to Texas from SoCal. Renee is living in SoCal, a
Nice.
lot of connections here. And it
Yeah.
was suggested to me that I needed a truck here. Yeah, you kind of do. All of my Lyft drivers are driving trucks and SUVs. That's
Yeah.
all they're doing.
Yeah.
And one, I was wearing my mask, and one said, you don't have to wear that here anymore. To which I just pulled on another mask. When they're telling you you don't have to wear your mask,
Right.
that makes me feel like I should be
Gonna
wearing
double up then.
several.
I'm just gonna double up. I was curious, what was it like flying? How many people had masks on?
I think you have. I mean, I wore my mask, and I thought
Okay.
I will always wear my mask flying from here on out. People get sick
Gotcha.
on planes all the
All
time. You're
all the
breathing in
time.
that
Yeah,
circulated air. I will always wear a mask when flying till the day forever,
great.
post COVID.
Great. Yeah, that's nice.
I was working on the plane the entire time, and
Of
then there was
course.
this baby, and my coworker told me it was not a baby, but a child just screaming
Okay.
and crying the whole flight.
Oh,
But my noise
bud.
canceling headphones and my music, I couldn't
Yeah.
hear it until it started doing like rock. It was
Oh,
like as if it was. I wasn't having an actual seizure. One of my coworkers thought it was having a seizure, and everyone's just like,
oh
"Ah,
boy.
tell that kid to shut up." But no, it was like it was just rocking, like
Oh
slamming back and
boy.
forth. So I said to my coworker, I was like, "Were you giving it some look backs?" She was like, "Oh, the whole plane wasn't just giving it look backs; it was like look around and over." It's
Oh,
like,
God, that's so tough. That's so tough. It's tough from the fellow passengers standpoint. I'm not a mom, so I don't know, but I've babysat enough that there is no controlling a small child. Like you got to bring the snacks, you got to bring the
"There's
treats, you
not
got
a
to bring the
baby
things, you got to bring
yet."
things. But I guess no
The
controlling
dad
a
and the
small
mom just
child
kept
if you
looking at
can't
it.
move. Oh,
Yeah,
that's tricky.
and
Yeah.
like,
Okay.
and it was also like it was not a baby; it was a child.
Right.
So
Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
That poor mom.
Well, I
Okay.
want to quickly go through what is everybody getting themselves into for the weekend, and then we're going to get into celebrity
Great.
birthdays. What is everybody getting into for the weekend?
Yeah,
Renee,
yeah, yeah. Yeah.
what do you got for the weekend? What are you up to? Get on uppers. What are you up
Everybody's
to for the
working
weekend? For
for
the
the
weekend.
weekend. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I love it. I love it. I love it. I think you are required to wear that hat every day.
That's
It's
true.
now part of you,
Only when I'm
which
in.
is
How about
beautiful.
this? I'll wear it every day that I am in Texas.
Perfect. We can do that. We can do all of that. Right. Let's see. Ooh, Audra, time for a new nail color. Mm-hmm. 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 That's
Ooh.
perfect. Yes, that's exactly what you should be doing this weekend.
What is the color? I want to find
Yep.
out.
And are you the type of person who coordinates your nail color with the season or with the holiday that is coming
Renee, is
around?
that
I
you?
feel
Do
yes.
you do that? I
I
don't really
haven't
see
gotten
you
my
as a
nails
nail
done, and
girl.
I'm telling you this. I have not gotten my nails done since 2019, and I was forced to do it then. Just not.
I don't see you as a nail girl.
I'm just
Renee,
not
what
a
color
nail
are your
girl.
nails painted right now? Do you
They're
paint your
not.
nails before you go to bed?
No, ever. Absolutely not. No, but I like that Audra is, and Audra is saying 100%, absolutely making my nails on theme. I want to hear the theme. I want the people that do it. I respect it so much. I just don't have the patience for it since I'm
I
going
love
into the
this.
office. Yeah,
I love Audra said since I'm not going to the office, I go a little wild. I would
yeah,
like to say, Audra, even if you were to go into the office, you should
hmm
still go wild. In fact, kick it
100%.
up several notches
Yes,
and tell them I said you could.
I would love to hear what color of nail polish is there. Like, well, you can't come in. That's too wild. I don't like that company. I'll tell you that right now.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You can't come in. Like they do a nail check before you have to walk into the office.
Let's see. Yeah.
Excuse me, miss. Those
Mm-mm. No,
zebra print nails
we can't have
not
that
gonna
here.
fly today.
Zerlina.
That
Nope. I
sounds
love
like
it.
sexism to me, and I don't
Ooh,
like it.
we do not. Okay, okay. Not sure if I'm gonna get nail art this time, but colors are definitely on theme. Spring pastels. This sounds
Pastels.
gorgeous. Yeah, during the time last time I painted them like those '90s jazz cups. I love this. I love this. Anytime I do go in, I do feel inclined to like coordinate with the season. With the squiggle teal and a purple design.
Please
Yeah,
walk
I
me
know
through
exactly
what
what you're
does that
talking about.
mean? The season. What does that mean?
Sure. So if it's winter, for
Uh-huh.
me in my
Uh-huh.
head, in my brain,
Mhm.
we're doing black. And it was called
Okay.
Lincoln Park After Dark was the name of the color.
Oh, ooh, that's cute.
Uh, and then spring is usually some like school bus yellow, and then summer I usually misunderstand to be like the pool, and so I'll do dirty pool water, and then in the fall I'll do some terrible orange. It's great. I think that's
So
probably why it's
dirty
because I've
pool
not.
water, is that like yellow? Is that also yellow?
It's like a sea green. Uh,
Okay.
right.
All right.
Okay.
Oh, that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha. All right. Okay. Renee, what are you getting
Yes.
into this weekend? Get on uppers. What are you into this weekend? Please let us know. in the chat, you just say, I am, like Audra did, getting her nails painted, or say, I'm going to the movies, say, I'm going to Texas to go get me a hat, like James, because
Yes.
I love it. What are we getting into? Renee, what
What
are you
are we
getting
doing?
yourself
What and you
into?
know how this goes. I'm gonna tell you what I'm doing, and then on Monday, I'll tell you what actually happened. But I'll tell you the plan right now. I'll tell you
Okay.
the plan right now. So tonight, my friend is moderating a book. I don't know what that means, but I'm going to a bookstore to watch her moderate a book. I'll be fine. And
What a great friend Renee is. She doesn't know what it is. Her friend's like, I'm moderating a book. And Renee's like, all
all
right,
right.
I'll be there.
Okay, I'll be there. Sounds fun. Because it was one of those little catches where we were supposed to go to dinner, and she was like, "Oh God, I'm so sorry. I just got asked to moderate this book. I think I'm missing words in there. I think I'm supposed to say
It's
author.
like
I
a
think I'm
book.
supposed to say
Yes.
yeah, something like that. But
It's like
uh,
when the author shows up to like,
yes,
hey, here's my book, and let me read a
right,
page, ask me some
yes.
questions. Like a book signing,
That it's one of those. All those words put together make it make sense. But to me, moderating a book. Uh, but it was one of the. Okay, so we were supposed to go to dinner. She's like, "Hey, my friend asked me to moderate this book," and she knows I'm free. So now she knows I'm
Yeah.
free because we were supposed to go to dinner. So I'm gonna go watch her moderate the book
Yeah,
instead.
you couldn't be
Uh,
like, no, I don't. You could have been
I
like, I don't want to do
right.
that.
I don't
You
want to
could
do
have
that. I
absolutely.
don't want to do that. And I may still bail. Again,
You
you know how
still
this goes.
can.
These are Friday morning plans. After I work a full day, you and I both know it'll just be me on the floor talking to the dog. That will be my weekend, but for right now, these are the plans. Uh,
Better than you crying. I like you talking to the
sure.
dog as opposed to
Just
holding the
talking to
dog
the dog from the
crying.
floor. The
No.
dog's walking around, but I'm on the floor just yelling at him. Okay, now Texas, what I was saying, I don't have the patience either, so I wear nail polish strips to change them up weekly. Texas is
Wait, there
great.
are nail polish strips that you can
Mhm.
just put
I
them
think they're
on?
yeah, just like little stickers, but they stay, which is very exciting.
Dang, we
Um,
are in the future.
I know, and then Tim
Technology
is
is
going to
amazing.
an Amy Mann concert, which is gonna be incredible. So talented.
Oh, Tim,
Isn't
that's gonna be fun.
Amy
Tim,
Mann she
also, Tim deserves that. I like hearing that Tim has fun. I feel like Tim
me
works
too.
a lot, and so I
Yeah.
just like hearing, Tim, that you're doing something fun for you. That sounds
Yes.
great. We want a full report on Monday.
Yes. I wanna hear, what songs she sang. There's somebody just had a theme song made by Amy Mann. I can't remember who it was. She's great.
Well, as
She's
you remember that,
yeah.
Audra's chiming in to give
Yes.
you some advice. They
Yes.
feel like people are generally more accepting of other people canceling plans with no excuse post Panini. So, you
Yes.
know, just yeah, I
I
think that they're okay with that.
love of
Not
course they are.
pose,
Yeah.
but yeah, we got you. We got you.
Yeah.
Audra, we know what you're talking about. It's like post Panini, but we're still in the Pandorella. I got it.
That's right.
It's
Yeah.
weird,
It makes
especially
perfect
here in
sense. It makes
Texas. They're like, you don't have to wear a mask, and I'm like,
perfect sense. We gotta stick on this nail topic because we are getting such hot tips. So Texas, goes to Arts Google, okay, hold on. I plan to go to Arts Google large festival and local art. Oh, man, and find some authentic Mexican tacos. This is great. Wait, Texas, where in Texas are you?
yeah, because I'm
This
in
sounds
Austin.
incredible. I would love that. You
I'll
guys
head right over before I
are
leave.
neighbors. I love this. I love it. I love it. I love it. And Audra, I agree that if it weren't me, I would be like, you don't have to do anything. And I won't do it. I'm telling you, that's the plan as of 10:30 a.m. slash
We know how this is
7:30
gonna go.
a.m. Yeah. And then you know how it's gonna go.
Okay,
Yes.
I will be preparing for the Doctor Strange red carpet, which is in less than 2 weeks, and
Very exciting.
I am gonna need to prepare. So I need to get my suit together, what I'm wearing, and I just have so much to study. I have been working at this offsite in Austin, so I'm behind. I am co-hosting the Doctor Strange 2 world premiere red carpet on May 2nd, and I need to prepare. I got my notes. I got some note cards here. Oh,
You sure
this one's
do.
blank. This
Oh,
one's
there's
blank.
nothing on there
I
just
have
yet. Okay.
work to do.
Okay. But you're going to be fine. I also wonder who is putting you through this regime? I feel like none of the other red carpet hosts are working this hard.
No, my other co-host who's done 26 or 25 out of the
Uh-huh.
Marvel red carpets, she's a hard worker. So this
Okay.
is why she's done
Okay.
like 25. This is why it's my third one. So I need
Love
to
it.
get my stuff in order.
Okay.
And Cece, I'm just still figuring out how to see the video that you created. I don't know how, but as soon as you tell me how, I will check it out later on today. And now it is
Yes.
time for Happy
Happy
birthday,
birthday,
celebrities.
celebrities.
Happy
Happy
birthday,
birthday,
celebrities.
celebrities.
Happy
Happy birthday.
birthday. Oh,
Great. Never gets
wow.
old. Never gets old.
You met me
Tim,
right
Audra,
now.
Texas, Stacy, and Nija. I will get none of these right without your help. Please help. Thank
Yes,
you. Okay.
that is correct. And also, I want to thank everyone that Renee just listed. Thank you so much for continuing to watch Get On Up right here on Backchannel. I am Jam. We're here with Renee. And if you're enjoying this show, there are also, before we get to celebrity birthdays, there are two ways that you can also support the show that would really help us out. If you're watching right now, did you all know that you can hit the subscribe button? Here's a subscribe button. Stacy has already hit the subscribe button, so thank you, Stacy. As a subscriber, you're gonna always know when something special is coming up. So Stacy's gonna have the inside track. So you want to hit that subscribe button so that you always know what's going on with Get On Up. And then you can also, if you're watching or listening, you can leave a review. You just go to backchannel.tv, click leave a review, and post a review there to help the show keep going. Otherwise, looks like we don't get any reviews. We're out of here.
Yeah, you're right.
That's the way this
Exactly.
copy looks.
That's
It's like you post positive reviews to help keep the show going, which means
okay. Now, if they're not there, who's going to keep it going? I get it.
yeah.
Okay.
Mhm,
All right.
mhm,
Stakes
yeah,
are
yeah.
high. Gotcha.
These are so high. The power is in your hands, Get On Up, because only you can keep this show going. All right.
Yes.
It is okay. So we got some celebrity birthdays from
Mhm.
yesterday and today. So the celebrities of yesterday and today. So we've got Andy McDowell turned 63 yesterday. Andy
Amazing. Happy
McDowell.
birthday, Andy McDowell.
Oh, what was the iconic? Okay, I forgot to tell y'all what we're doing. So this is celebrity birthday quiz. I'm going to ask y'all some questions, and you all will chime in. Say is the magic word. You just go say. The answer is bologna sandwich, and I will be like, that is interesting. We asked what 2 + 2 is 4, and you said bologna sandwich. But we love a guess, whether it's right or wrong. We appreciate the effort. So we're going to work as a team, help Renee out, guess these questions and these answers, and away we go. What? Okay,
Yes.
she was in, this is Andy McDowell, turned
Okay.
63 yesterday, was in this iconic movie with Hugh Grant. Hugh Grant.
Oh
What was this
boy.
iconic
Yeah.
movie? Andy
You know what's
McDowell
so
was in with
funny?
Hugh
I
Grant.
know that she's a phenomenal actor. I genuinely right now could not tell you one thing that Andy McDowell has been in, which is wild.
Renee,
Okay.
if
Okay.
Sarah had not put these questions together,
Okay.
you would not be alone. I'd be like, oh, I've heard of her
I
name.
know. I know.
She
But I
could be
need
walking down the street and sorry
some
to this
help. Oh,
woman.
thank you,
I
Tim.
don't know
Thank you,
her.
thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Tim is here with the correct answer. Thank goodness. And Stacy, yes, you got it. Good tip. I will not doubt myself or second guess myself. Tim, thank goodness, is here with the correct answer because Tim is always right. I have no idea. 4 weddings and a funeral. Is that correct?
Ding, 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 ding. To quote Stacy,
Yeah.
that is absolutely correct. Ding, 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 ding. 4 weddings and a funeral is the correct answer. All right. Next question. Iggy Pop. This one's Iggy Pop. Iggy Pop turned 75.
How about that?
75.
Happy
It's
birthday,
his
Iggy Pop.
what is 75? Is that the bicentennial? It's a thing. It's a thing that we say, right?
Great
75.
question. What
I mean,
is
not the
your
first question.
70?
75 is
Where's
the
the cards?
it's the thing. All right. The
Google
quarter
is saying
quill.
that it is called the Platinum Celebration. The bicentennial, I like,
Mm,
I think, but the
yeah,
Google wants to say it's
bicentennial.
platinum celebration.
He has bicentennials for 200. I know that
I
we
think
had
so.
one in
I think it might
America
be.
in
Yeah,
1976,
yeah,
and I
yeah.
wanted it to fit this. It was like
I
that
understand.
bicentennial.
I get you. I guess what
And
you wanted,
Renee is
and
such a
I'm not
supporter.
going to
She's
tell you
like,
you're
I like
wrong. We're repurposing it. If it wants to identify as a bicentennial, by all means, let it. It's going to be confusing,
Iggy
but by
Pop.
all means, let it.
I'm gonna do it anyways. Iggy
Okay.
Pop, happy bicentennial.
He's 200 years
What
old today.
is on this show? We mean 75.
Thank you.
So, but what is Iggy Pop's real name? It's not Iggy Pop.
Ooh.
He was not born Mr. Pop.
Iggy. That's so funny, which is I love the name Iggy. Um, Get on uppers. What do we think? What was Iggy Pop's actual name? Probably still is. What is Iggy Pop's real
His
name?
first name is his first name. I'll give you a hint for the first name, but we're
Okay,
looking for the
this'll
full
help.
name. First name is of someone you adore.
Who is it, James?
Oh, okay, we got the first name. This
Okay,
was a
all right.
good test, Renee. This was a good test. If you're like Dave
Oh,
Holmes, I'm
I
like,
don't
it'll always be second fiddle to Dave Holmes. I got
Never,
it. All right.
never.
All right. So we got the first name, James,
Mhm.
and then we're looking for can we get the middle name? Can we get the last name? And
Sure.
then let's
Um,
what suffix he has.
did he steal your whole name? Is it Arthur M? And
No.
the suffix is M? Okay. I was like, I got nothing on this one. I don't know. I don't know.
All right. And I think the
Do we
gutter
need
uppers
help?
are also Tim's like, I got
Yeah,
nothing on this one. James Noel Osterberg Jr. So you were close. You got the James.
I love it. Yep.
Yeah.
Imagine I knew that. What would we do if I were just like, I know it. What would we do? The world would tip off its axis if I was just like, yeah, yeah, no, that's up there. I gotcha. I know it. In what world? Okay, great. No, that sounds right. I don't know.
I can't do the show anymore. Okay, thank you, Renee. Great. Okay. All right. It is James McAvoy's. Isn't it McAvoy? McVoy. It's
Maybe.
his 43rd birthday.
Okay.
James is turning 43. Another James.
Another James.
Um, I have two questions for you.
Mm-hmm.
The first one is, was in this British version of this show, uh, there's a hint here. There was an American spin-off version of this show. So we're looking for, he was in the British version of the show. And I think the American version is still running. I think it's maybe on its last season. I don't know how the show is still running. I don't know anyone who watches it, but like
Huh.
it is, people love the show. It's on Showtime. I
On
think it's on
Showtime.
Showtime.
On Showtime. On Showtime. On Showtime. They're still running. Gosh, I have no idea. Yep.
Oh, look
Gosh.
at Texas knew. Look, see, Texas knew. James Newell
Texas.
Osterberg Jr.
I am so well. Thank you, Texas. I do require you be my best friend because I need your knowledge, pretty please. Yeah, I'm not super familiar. Oh, I like it. Tim saying shameless. Is that shameless?
Dang,
This is
Tim.
good.
Once more with feeling. It is, in
Yeah.
fact, shameless. That is the
Tim,
answer we're looking for.
always right. Tim is always right. I wonder if we ever do get merch, if our very first shirt is because it's various
Tim is always.
catchphrases throughout the show. Tim is always right. It was our first shirt.
And then we need one ding, 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 ding. That's
Yeah,
right. Quoted by
mhm,
Stacy. So, yeah, I agree. My second follow-up question about James
uh-huh.
is, can you name the comic book character that he played in this long-running franchise? He played a comic book character in a long-running fan favorite superhero comic book franchise. I mean, the comic book series that it's based on is like beloved. The movies, kind of hit or
Okay.
miss.
Hit or miss movies
What's the character that he played?
that he plays in them. The Spider and Spider-Man.
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
Is that right?
Close. You're
Okay.
thinking of Tobey Maguire. He played, there it is. Oh, Tim's got you the answer.
Ooh, Professor X, Charles Xavier in
Mhm.
Spider-Man.
Okay, you should have quit while you were ahead. Professor X, Charles Xavier in X-Men.
X-Men. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
All
happy
right,
birthday to
all
you, sir.
right. Sorry, I butchered all of your facts. Here we go. John Cameron Mitchell turned 59 yesterday. John Cameron Mitchell is known for this very famous musical that was based on a Broadway wait. He was known for this very famous movie that was also a Broadway musical. Oh yes, yes, yes. That's right.
Sarah's nice. This is nice, Sarah.
Did you do it?
Thank you.
Did you get it?
Yeah, well,
Okay.
it was a musical. Well, yeah, but again, we've learned that it has to be niche, but if it's a modern day musical, then I can usually get there. Yeah, Tim, you nailed it. Good work. Tim got it. It's Hedwig and the Angry Itch. Hedwig and the Angry
Very
Itch.
true.
Yeah, great. Perfect.
You got it right. Ding, 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 ding. Okay, we've got some royalty coming up. Broadway royalty. It was yesterday. It was Patti LuPone's 73rd birthday.
Whoa. Patty! Love it.
If your cell phone goes off during one of her shows, she will take it. Do you
I
remember that?
love
There
it.
was
I
someone's
do, and I
phone was
respect it so
someone was
much.
like on their phone the entire time, and she was like, it was like in the round, and she made an exit through the audience and took someone's phone as she was exiting.
And nobody
Brilliant.
was recording
Yes.
it video, but we did get the audio of it, and it was amazing.
Okay.
Amazing. Yeah.
I would
Delightful.
love if for Monday we can listen to that for
Find
Magic
that audio.
Monday.
You bet.
Mm.
Sarah,
Mm.
make it up.
Please make it up. All right. Yes, Audra, it is Patty. All right. Can you name 4 musicals she was in? That's all you got to do. Name 4
Boy.
musicals that
Okay.
Patti LuPone was in.
Yes.
What do we got?
Love it. Okay. Get on uppers. Let's all do it together. Meaning we'll ping pong. We'll do it back and
Look at
forth.
Renee has never been so juiced for a question before.
Yes.
She's trying to be polite,
I
but she
love
just
it.
wants to jump on in.
No,
She
because I
doesn't
think
want to
Get on
wait.
uppers can do it without me, and I guarantee it. Okay, yes, so they've got it already. Company, Avita, great, love it, love it, love it. More coming in, more coming in. And the 3 other ones. Great. Okay, so we got 2 for 2. Perfect. We love it. We love it. Good job. Good job. Keep going. I will add Sunset Boulevard.
Can I also add one in here because there's not an answer in here. So
great.
Sarah, just like they'll figure it out.
Collectively,
I want to
we'll do it as a team.
Sunset Boulevard
Was mine. Yeah.
Oh,
Andrew Lloyd Webber.
Renee, we're in sync. Okay.
Oh, wait, is that what you were gonna say? I'm so sorry.
What?
Did I take yours that you were gonna say?
I just said Sunset Boulevard.
Oh, so I think we said it at the same time. Look at us.
All right, so we've got Company, Avita,
Right.
Sunset Boulevard, and then Audra chiming in.
Audra, I'm gonna go with
Universe
yes.
and 30 Rock.
Yes. I'm gonna go with yes. That does count.
We're gonna count those as a half, though. We're gonna count those as a half. So we're looking for another one. Can we name another one? Renee, what is it? Can you give it to us?
Gypsy. I think we could do a
Oh
gypsy if we wanted to.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to go for some extra credit, Renee?
That's all 4. That's all 4, right?
Do you want to keep going? Or is there more? I don't know.
I'm good. I feel like if you love Broadway, then you're like, this is amazing. And if you don't, then you're like, well, I'm bored. But I feel like, and Sarah, I will need you to cross check this, but I feel like Paint Your Wagon was how it actually started. I think that was one of her first ones. She's been in
Sarah said yes.
8 billion different shows, but we did it. I think we found the biggest ones.
Okay.
And I'm proud of us.
Well, we're going to kick up the royalty a notch. If you're across the pond, happy birthday to Queen Elizabeth yesterday. She's nearly a 420 baby. She was born at 421. She turned 96 yesterday, y'all. 96.
Wow.
Still alive. True or false? She is the longest serving monarch in history.
Yeah.
True or false? Can I repeat it? She is the longest running monarch in history. What do we think? Get on average. True or false? Renee,
false.
already chiming in true.
Yeah.
Is it because you know it or you want it to be true?
Oh, sorry. I said I love a true or false. I have not weighed in just yet. So sorry about that. Audra saying true. Stacey saying that's true right there. We've got lots of good ones. And Stacey also taking me to task. Renee, what did I tell you about second guessing yourself? If there's one thing I can't stand, it's people second guessing themselves. So Stacey and I are no longer friends. And I understand. I get it. I understand. I get it.
She can't stand it.
She can't stand it. One thing I will not stand for. And we had a good run, Stacey and I. I get you. I get you.
Oh man, that's strong. Like, I can't stand it.
I said one thing I can't stand. One thing you had one job,
especially when
and that was to do the thing I can't stand.
Yeah, that's you know what? She's got her. Stacey has her boundaries, and I respect them.
I also respect them.
Okay,
Yeah, I think we're
so
saying
we
it's true. That's true. She's had the longest running monarchy.
this is true. So
That's
crowns
amazing.
off to Queen Elizabeth. I don't see that these things will be. I think these, you know, no one's gonna beat her. The
Sure.
monarchs are a thing of the past, you know. But congratulations to her. Happy birthday,
Yeah.
Queenie. We love you. Okay, I think we got time for maybe we're gonna do one more, and these are just the birthdays
Okay.
from like yesterday. So I think we're.
This is
I
great.
definitely there's like two I want to get to from today.
Perfect.
Was this
Yeah, I
George
was gonna say we've got
Takei?
time.
Okay,
Keep going.
okay. So George Takei had a birthday on 420. Can you name his character on Star Trek? What was the name of his character on Star Trek? He
Oh,
turned on 420, turned 85. Can you name his character on
on
Star Trek?
Star Trek. I cannot, but my Get On Uppers can. So Amused Cricket, we're so happy to have you. Thank you for joining. We're looking for George Takai. How do I bet that's right? Is it Sulu? But I also don't know how to
That is
spell it.
correct. It
All right.
is
Yeah.
Sulu Hikaru Sulu, if I want to go full name. And he was and Tim's like, I just got it
I just
covered.
got
Sulu.
it.
He was the helmsman. I didn't realize that was his position. He was the
Looky
helmsman.
there. Okay. Great.
Okay. Sherry Shepherd, her
Aw,
birthday
love Sherry Shepherd.
was today. Happy birthday to Sherry Shepherd
Happy birthday,
today.
Sherry Shepherd, today.
Turning 54. I have two questions for you.
Yes, I'm listening. Number
First
one.
question, what daytime talk show host will she be replacing?
Sure.
She's getting her
Yep.
own talk show.
Great.
What daytime TV show talk show host will she be replacing in the
That
fall?
Renee lost her mind over with the network. You did that wrong. I'm so upset you did it this way. You should have just been like, this is over. This is new. Don't do replacing. You set her up for failure. She's not going to fail. She's going to kill it. But I don't like it. I
Oh,
don't
Wendy,
like it.
I almost said it, but
Oh,
this person is going after her.
of
Like,
course.
how dare
Of course
you?
they are. That's what I hate. I don't like it. Get on numbers. Do we want to all say it together? She's replacing the Wendy Williams show.
There it is. There it is. She's placing the Wendy Williams show. Follow-up question. She was on 30 Rock. She played Tracy Jordan's wife. There was a episode that was focused on her character. It was very sort of like Real Housewives in a way.
Right.
Do you remember what her character's catchphrase was?
Oh God.
Her character had a catchphrase. Do we remember what it was? And the show, or can we name the reality TV show that her character had a TV show about?
Right. Tim's got it, because Tim always has it. Ham. Was it ham?
Tim, you are amazing. Tim, I was like, no one's going to get this.
This
No
is
one's going to get this.
incredible.
Excuse me as
Also,
I try.
Audra chiming in with "It's my way till payday." I feel like that also was a
It
catchphrase. Together as a
Those
team.
are the
They nailed
I
it.
also actually, as I was saying it, I was like, oh, she also had another one. Those are exactly it. Audra, Tim, I love you both so incredibly much. You have absolutely made my day. I can't do the rest of the show anymore. Good night.
The need. No, Jam, come back. Come on back.
Yes, her cat Ham. She was like, everyone just loves the way I say Ham, and they just keep cutting back to her going Ham. And then her catchphrase in the very opening, Audra is also correct. And this is how golden 30 Rock is that it's a quotable show. It's
Yeah,
so quotable.
so good.
But like, like in the opening of Housewives, there's always people who have like those catchphrases and they're like,
Right.
I'm gonna get my way. And hers was it's my way till payday.
It's brilliant. It's
Uh,
brilliant. What if it
I
would have
could have
been to
done a
be in that
Queen of
writer's room?
Jordan. I could have done a Queen of Jordan spinoff. I wish that was
We
a
all
backdoor
could.
pilot. That
Yeah.
episode is so good. And Audra also got
Mhm.
it right. Queen of Jordan is the name of the show. Man, I love it. I'm curious, why do we think that 30 Rock really sticks? I guess, why does it stick with
Because
us?
it's
There's
so
so
good.
many.
Because the writing is so good. It's
Yeah,
crazy. It's
yeah.
I
I'd like
don't
to
know.
do,
The amount of jokes per minute is
yeah.
insane. It's so
Well, I
good.
think it changed the way that we need our comedy. That you can reference certain shows and be like, "Oh, the show's very much like 30 Rock," and like Saved by the Bell, the reboot, it's very much
Right.
like 30 Rock in that the jokes are just so fast. You'll have to like rewind because you're laughing and you miss something. It's just very smart. And Audra, such a great point. I'm curious, when you did a rewatch, Audra said a lot of it does not age well, but it's such a well written show overall. So
Yeah,
true. I
agreed.
thought that they removed some of the episodes that were problematic, so I would
I think
thought
they did.
maybe if I do a rewatch, like the blackface episodes are gone. Why was that a thing?
But
I
I
don't know
think
either.
they still again, we've talked about this, unless it was made post 2018, you're gonna have
Yeah.
some trouble. You're gonna have some trouble. And
No.
even then, you're probably gonna have
Mhm.
some trouble. I've watched it 3 times all the way through, and each time it's a little more, oof.
No.
Yeah,
Time
that's
capsule. Oh
yeah,
man, bless.
it's but Jam
I'll
said
just
such a go ahead, sorry.
I'm not gonna go and I think what I'll do is I will not go back to rewatch it. I will just treasure the memories that I had, and maybe just watch little YouTube clips of like I gotta
Yeah,
go watch Anne after this, the Queen of Jordan stuff. I
obviously,
gotta see
obviously,
it.
and you made the best point that Tracy Wigfield created and is writing the new Say by the Bell, and she wrote for 30 Rock. So if you need a new
Mm.
quick version of 30 Rock, but you don't have any
Mhm.
oof into it, go get yourself into Say by the Bell, the New Year's.
Look at this. Audra and I are on the same page. I was just about to say YouTube clips are the way to go. Just get the funny lightning. Just get the
Fun ones.
funny
Beep, beep,
lightning.
pop, beep-a-doop.
Okay, I'd be remiss if we didn't do this one because
Yeah.
I had such a crush on this man growing up. Tony
Yes.
Danza is
Aw.
turning 71 yesterday. Turning 71. Wow, look at
Oh,
him. So
Tony. Hanging on.
handsome. Mhm.
Uh-huh.
Okay, what was the famous 80s sitcom that he was known for?
I love this. Okay, get on up first together on 3. What was the famous 80s sitcom that Tony Danza was in? I'm trying to think of the theme song of that one.
I was trying to as well because I want to like
Yeah,
sing it, but instead reading Rainbow keeps coming into my head. Let us
right.
fly twice as high. I can
Yeah.
fly twice as
Dee, 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 dee,
high.
dee,
It was very
dee.
reading Rainbow-ish though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Do do do
I
do
don't
do
re
do do
yeah. Otter's got
do.
it, Tim's got it, and Otter and Tim got it at the exact same time. Who's the boss? Who's
Who's the
yeah,
boss? Wasn't it like
uh,
do 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 do? Who
that
is
seems
the
right,
boss?
yeah. That seems right. Who's the boss? Theme
Who's the boss? All
song.
right.
We'll put that on
Okay.
our
All
what
right.
was the other thing that we were gonna do?
Oh, I
Yes.
don't remember. Sorry, made a note, I'm sure. Okay,
Okay.
last one, I promise, I promise.
Yes. Okay, okay.
Okay. I'm gonna highlight one that we must do for Monday. I'll remember. Jack Nicholson's turning 75.
Okay. Happy birthday, Jack Nicholson.
He used Johnny Carson's catchphrase in this classic 80s horror
Oh.
film. Two-part question. What was the name of this 80s horror film? And what was the catchphrase?
What's nice
That's
about
what
this,
we
it
need.
is so in the, like, zeitgeist that you
Mhm.
can know it just because anytime they do, like, a montage of, like, iconic film moments exactly, Audra, this is in it, and so you're like, "Oh, okay." So, though I have not watched this movie, and I will never watch this movie, I am familiar with this movie and the catchphrase, Tim and Audra together as a we have to get Tim and Audra on a trivia team together. They will
Done.
win all the cash prizes.
Kidding
I
me? They
they
both
did
got
get there's
ham, and
no
it's my way
one
till
I know.
payday. The answer that I couldn't even. I didn't know the. I knew that there was an answer to what her other catchphrase
Mhm.
was, and Audra. I didn't know what it was, and Audra knew.
Very, very, very impressive. So the answer is the movie is called The Shining, and the catchphrase is called "Here's Johnny." Love it,
I'm
love
sorry,
it.
Renee. You can't
Here's
just
Johnny.
say.
Okay, sorry.
There we go.
Thanks.
I love that you knew exactly. You should just go. Here's Johnny. Here's Johnny.
And there we go. Terrifying. It's terrifying. Just a
Terrifying. So
reenactment of it
good.
is terrifying.
So Renee's not seen The Shining. Has anybody else seen The Shining? Let us know. What was your experience like? Saw The Shining for the first time It was in college. It was during winter break, and my best friend and I decided to stay in the dorms during winter break. And so we watched The Shining. We were the only people in the
Ugh,
dorms
you dummies.
watching The Shining. And our room that we were in was the exact same room where there's the lady in the bathtub. It was the same exact room number. It was so terrifying. Empty hallways everywhere you turn. What were you thinking? And it
You
was a
guys.
winter. It
Absolutely
was
not.
bad.
Nope. No, no, no,
Yeah.
no, no, no,
No,
no.
no, no, no. Yep. Okay. All right.
Okay.
On to
All
the
right.
next thing. All right. And so we are about halfway through the show. We've already freaked out Renee. Yep, Stacey, the Johnny Carson show. You're all on it. And we'll get back to these celebrity birthdays on Monday. But for now, gonna switch gears here, everybody. We want to thank everybody who has joined. We welcome you. We got some no-name folks. Chief Gorilla, if you've joined and it says no name, you can change it. You absolutely can. We just give you no names so you can just jump on in here and it's easy to join on in. You can change your name. Say is the magic word. You just go say, change my name to Johnny Carson or here's Johnny, and that will be your name and we will have a laugh. Or you can change whatever your real name is. Amalda Cruz. So you can also tune in if you're like, oh my God, this show is amazing. How do I see the guy with the cowboy hat and the awesome lady every Monday through Friday? That's our new show name. Guy with the cowboy hat and awesome lady.
I don't know if we want to awesome. I'm gonna work on my adjective. I think I want mine to be. I'll work on it. I'll figure it out what it is. Maybe I'll get a prop. We'll see.
All right, I want to know by the end of the show. That's your segment. Maybe I'll get a prop. Renee loves props. You guys,
I do.
if you
really
notice,
I really
anytime I
do.
introduce a prop into the show, Renee can barely do the show because she loves a prop. How did you survive an improv when you couldn't use props? You had to imagine
Terribly.
it.
Quite poorly. Quite poorly. Exactly. Every scene I initiated was, why don't we have any props? And
we should do, Sarah, can we note, can we play charades next week? Can we fit it into the schedule?
That's funny. Yes, please. Yes. I
All
love
right,
that.
great. Okay, all right, we're gonna play charades next week, and we'll go back and forth. You and I will each take turns
Okay.
doing
Yes,
the
please.
charades,
Just
and
a bit of a
we'll
charade.
get on
Okay.
that first time.
That's fun for me. Okay.
All right, here it is. Okay, all right. So we're back into Sarah said, "Ooh, no." I'm sorry, Sarah. Ooh, yes. That will be a lot. We got this. We're gonna make it happen.
I think it's
All right.
great. We're gonna have a good time with it.
It is Feel It Out Friday. Feel It Out Friday. We're bringing you the news and we're going to feel out how do we feel about this news here. Renee, do you want to kick us off for our first Feel It
I
Out
would love to. And
news?
let me tell
get
you how. Yes.
Well, I just want to give one thing to the young uppers. As you are also, oh, look at this. Mirror Man joined in. And not only is Mirror Man, hello, good morning, Mirror Man. Mirror Man is also a subscriber. I would love to see everybody subscribe to the show. That way you don't miss a beat and you know all the great things. And it just lets us know you love this show. You absolutely love us so much. All right. And as we do Feel It Out Friday news, we would love to know what are your feelings about the news that we are sharing. So you'll say, I feel this is not great. I feel this is amazing. Let us know how are you feeling about the news we're going to share. Renee, Audra, change my name, change my name. And oh, Tim, so sorry, I had to press pause.
Yes.
I would love to get to Tim's question. Have you
Yes.
seen Dr. Sleep? Dr. Sleep is a continuation of The Shining, and it's about the little boy, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, Tim. But the little boy years later, and Tim is great to point out, it did not get glowing reviews. It was starring Ewan McGregor. I didn't see it.
Didn't see it, but you know all about it, which is very impressive, and I like it a lot.
And Renee, did you? Yeah. Renee, did you see it?
No, of course not. No, absolutely no. But and Tim knew that. Tim knew that when they asked. They know. Everyone knows. No, I didn't watch it, but I'm glad you did, and I would love to hear about it.
All right, Renee, tell us what's
Yes.
going on in the news. What are we feeling now?
Yes, I would love nothing more. So Sarah created so many good stories for us, but the first one I want to tell about is I'm going to regurgitate what I heard on Up First this morning. So only because we've been following it along, and we will have more to come as this goes on. So Florida, the Don't Say Gay bill Disney World is there. Disney initially didn't sort of speak up against it. Finally did, maybe too little too late. But what's so wild is that Republicans have signed a bill that I guess Disney has their own entity as far as a government in Florida, which means that they are in charge of their taxes. It means that they are in charge of the property. It means that they are in charge of all things fire, ambulance, all of that, which is great because they can be their own entity. But to punish them, they are going to take away their own government. Now you're part of Florida, they'll say. Okay, so that seems like okay, but now those taxes are going to the people of Florida. They are saying that property costs are going to raise 20%. Your housing costs is now going to go up 20% to pay for Disney World, and it takes away their own fire, ambulance, all things emergency. So something goes wrong on Disney property, it is now Florida's job to take care of it. Crazy. It's so bananas. One, to punish in general, because you know how I feel about punishing. You remember that from the very first week that we had.
No.
When you
Renee,
sent
not
in
a
a
fan.
Dear Abby, and the Dear Abby said to punish me, and I went, punish! And I will not stand for it. It is the wildest thing. And just to not consider the ramifications of what that's going to, it is only going to hurt the people of Florida to do this just to make your point. It's absolutely bananas to me, but that's what's going on. Is I guess they're going to try to take away Disney's government and put it back on the state of Florida, and now Florida will be in charge of taking care of everything on Disney property.
It's just so interesting. I feel like being so hateful takes so much work and energy. I am pretty sure that there are people who need jobs, or healthcare, or all kinds of things like mental health, or rehab. There are so new roads, schools. I'm sure they're flooding, helping in case of floods. I'm sure there are so many things that need their attention. I'm so sorry, people of Florida. This is what your tax dollars are going to work towards. But take note, these people do not have your best interest at heart. And I'm sure there's probably even other Republicans that are not as so hung up on these culture wars that they have absolutely fabricated. Just let people be people. Even if you're I don't really understand that, but you know what? It's not my I understand that sometimes people have a life or from a culture or something that is you don't understand. It doesn't mean that we limit and silence that. Yes, I see Audra saying
both
Florida
Audra and Tim.
The ocean. And that is why their government is concerned about. Hey, no, you're so right. Florida's sinking to the ocean, and this is what they're focused on. This is insane.
It's the wildest thing. And Tim chiming in with the old saying of cutting off your nose to spite your face is so well, you all right, face. But well, now it's a lot worse. Is the wildest.
Worse. Also, what's so interesting is that it just they don't know how laws work. You would think someone would have said, "Oh no, we don't want to do this because all those things that were happening." And it just, Disney's just going to keep going. They're like, "Okay, well, we're being our own little society over to help y'all out." But okay.
What is so interesting about this, sort of a side thing that is curious. It'll be curious to see how this shakes out. So, Disney did do a thing where it's I need you to behave better, Disney. You can do this. I believe in you. They were rehousing, but having a lot of their company move to Orlando. We're going to relocate you guys. So if you were in Burbank, you will now work out of the Orlando office. But now with this property cost going up 20%, it's going to be an interesting thing to navigate. Now I'm paying LA prices here. What? Because I think that was going to be an incentive of there was no state tax. So you will actually be saving a lot of money, but now because this is going up, we're going to keep our eye on it and see how this goes.
This is insane. And people of Florida, please take note. This is why voting matters. Look at what's happening. These people are insane and should not be representing you and your voice. Because I don't think this is what y'all really want. Not all of you, some of you. But don't fall for their culture war traps. They're trying to get you riled up about something that you really don't care about at the end of the day. Your state is sinking into the ocean. Please focus on that. Please focus on that. I need y'all to stay there. All right. So I'm going to switch gears here. And y'all know I love some Grey's Anatomy. So I'm curious how y'all feel about this story. So Ellen Pompeo, who is I think the highest paid actress in television, doing Grey's Anatomy, kind of just showing up for episodes here or there, kind of just helping to keep everyone having jobs, which I
Great.
appreciate, and collecting a check.
Terrific.
There was one, like during the COVID season, she was like taking a nap. She wasn't taking a nap, but she had gotten COVID so badly that she was just like in a coma for like 6 weeks.
Very
And
funny.
so she
Great.
just went, I'm gonna lay in this bed. And they were like, oh, is she doing okay? Yeah. She's off camera. She's
She
a
gonna be
lot of
okay.
those
Yeah.
moments. She's gonna be okay. So she's
That's
not,
funny.
doesn't have to be on every episode. Anyways, but she's been like very vocal recently about the changes that have happened in Grey's Anatomy. Sometimes
Sure.
she hasn't like dropped names, but like she was talking about how like the culture around Grey's Anatomy is actually really terrible up until she's like things changed season 10. She's like it used to be like very toxic. I think she got executive producer status, so she was able to make
Mhm.
changes and things like that. I also would like to point out who left around season 10.
Mm.
Patrick
Mm.
Dempsey was killed off. So and he hasn't worked since then. I just think, maybe
Right.
not a great man. But she said that Captain Hagel was 100% right to condemn Grey's Anatomy's working hours. So apparently, Captain Hagel was really criticized back in 2009. She was talking about how Grey's Anatomy had really terrible working hours. And
Right.
she said on some late night show, she was like, I think she's on David Letterman, and she said, it's really terrible. Like we work for like 17 hours and I'm a day, and I'm just going to
Yeah.
keep saying this because I hope that they get embarrassed by it. And so she was really kind of criticized for it. She also took her name out of the Emmys race in 2008 because she felt like the show didn't give her a lot of strong material. They kind of wrote her off the show. She also, Catherine
Right.
Hagel, thought she was like, I'm going to be a movie star. And everyone was like, no, you will not. You
Yeah.
should have stayed on that hospital show.
Yeah.
But Ellen Pompeo has come out and said that Katherine Hagel was completely 100% right. If she was saying these things today, she would be celebrated as a hero. But at that time, she was being slammed, and just, people were calling her ungrateful,
Right. Gosh, isn't that interesting? I wonder, I hope Katherine Heigl appreciates that. I do think that I think she has gone on record to be like, yeah, it was difficult. Yeah. Yeah,
Mhm.
I could have been better. But hindsight is always helpful to see those things. I also think it is so true that like the person nearest to the fire, who's putting out the fire, will get burned by the flame, and then the
Mhm.
people behind them will get warmed by it, and so it's always tricky to be like, "Well, somebody should say something. I'm not gonna do it." And
Yeah.
then and then you get to benefit because did the hours change after that? Do we have that information?
I don't. I imagine things
Yeah,
did probably change. I think when Ellen Pompeo got to be executive producer, I think things probably changed a lot.
right.
And I'm curious, so Get On Uppers, how do we feel about the story? Do we watch Grey's Anatomy? Do we care? It's on its 18th season. Please let us know if
Brilliant.
you've watched any Grey's Anatomy. But I will like to point out that so 17 hours of filming a day. That's a long 17-hour work day. And it's a lot of
Yeah,
hurry up and wait. They like have to set things up and you're kind of sitting around, you have to be ready. And you're also as an artist trying to stay in the zone. So when they say action, you're ready to go. It's
right.
such a challenging process. And Ellen Pompeo pointed out, she said, oh no, Kate Walsh, who was on Grey's Anatomy and then had private practice as a spinoff, and I think she's back on Grey's. She said there's nothing natural about the filming process. There's nothing human about it. It's made for a machine. It's as if we're a camera or a mic, and that just goes and goes and goes, and it's not conducive to form any kind of habits. And it really
Yeah,
is. It's such a terrible process, and I don't know how to fix it. But it's not really designed for actors.
right.
Theater allows you just to like do your craft. You're in it. You're in the zone for 2 hours doing the thing. But this is it's not great.
Yeah, but even then, theater has a phrase called 10 out of 12, meaning you will work 10 of the hours out of 12 when you're getting ready to like launch your show. So I think it's that
Yeah,
weird thing where you gotta.
we gotta
Well,
just
I
kind of do it.
feel good about that. I wonder if it gives Katherine Heigl pause to be like, God, what would have happened if I would have spoken up in 2022, if all of this would have just
Mm,
shifted by 20 years.
yeah,
I'm guessing it was
yeah,
20 years ago. Does that seem right?
yeah.
20 years,
What's it
15
going?
years
Yeah.
ago,
And then
something.
Audra chiming in. I didn't realize Grey's Anatomy was still on. Yes,
Right.
18
Same Audra.
seasons. I think they're gonna hit 20. They're gonna hit 20.
Yeah. Oh, of
I
course.
fell
Oh,
off at season 17, so I'm
mhm.
just 2 seasons behind.
That's
But
very
it's the
impressive.
show has only gotten it, like, was good, and then it kind of went down, and then it's gotten, like, so good again. It
I
is
love it.
just really, really great. They're the cat,
Okay.
and at this point, this cast has been with me from, like, high school to college to post-college to adult to post-adult, like, yeah.
Yeah, it raised you. I love this.
It did. I also it's like I've gone to medical school and had hanky-panky with all the doctors in the
Yeah,
closet.
you have, according to me. I love it. I would like to report something that I think is positive in the notion of if something is working and something is not working and you know it's not working. I am definitely of the adage of like you got to pull the plug sooner rather than later. Like trust your gut. If this is not working, you have to get out. I don't know that that exactly applied to this, but let's try it. So I wonder if you get on uppers have heard the news that CNN had launched a streaming service called CNN Plus. That was 3 weeks ago that this happened, and they are shutting down. So 3
Oh,
weeks
no.
after its launch, they are already announcing that it's shutting down. And that's not to say that we're not gonna put CNN on a streaming service. I think they had just sort of jump the gun a little bit with what is necessary, what is not, what people will buy, what they won't. CNN is affiliated with Warner Brothers, which also has a Discovery streaming service. So all of the content that they have could just be put on a different streaming service. Is it these type of things? And oh, maybe we should have worked through that before we did it. Sure, of course. um, I think in a statement, CNN Worldwide Chairman, CEO Chris Lynch said that the network is part of a company's broader streaming vision and expects to combine elements of it with the planned merger of HBO Max and Discovery Plus. So I think there's also a chance that, like, no, this made sense, but then the merger happened, and so now it doesn't make sense. Possibly. The company's two entertainment focused streaming service. Here's the quote. We have therefore made the decision to cease operations on CNN Plus and focus our investment on CNN's core news gathering operations and in further building CNN Digital. So I think when things like this and Quibi and what was the
Quibi.
CISO?
Oh my
Is
gosh.
that the
Lizzo?
was
Wait,
CISO?
Queso? What? No, I don't think I heard
CISO?
this one.
I
No,
think
I
you
don't know
have.
her.
You've mentioned it before. CISO?
No,
CISO?
it could be walking down the street and I wouldn't know it. Sorry to this
Okay.
man. Sorry to this app. I don't know her.
Fair, completely fair. So, but I think we've seen this happen over and over again where it would just things take a stab, they take a try, various reasons it doesn't work, and then our sort of collective zeitgeist thing to do is make fun of it. Just be like, "Oh, there we go. Thank you, Audrey. Yes, it was CISO." Um, and so I think sure, because it is funny, but then also maybe let's consider the people who thought that they had a show on CNN Plus, all the people that were hired for
Yeah.
it. That while it is, I guess, and I think comforting to be like, see, even the big guns try something and it doesn't work. I also think a lot of people are just like, oh, I had a job and now I maybe still do. I don't know. So that's just the news that CNN Plus lasted 3 weeks.
I didn't know this existed. So first of all, thank you for informing me.
Great.
Audra is completely right. Like, another streaming service, absolutely right.
Right.
I don't think anybody needed this. The one thing that I would like to see if they were doing is just like, can this be where the real journalism is? Like, I can go see like an actual like hard hitting deep dive into something interesting or
Right.
some good documentaries. I just don't need more people yelling at each other for entertainment. Like it's just like
Yeah.
Jerry Springer, but with real life zeitgeisty type conversations that people are arguing
Yeah.
about.
Yeah.
Tim chimed in, I wouldn't pay for a streaming service that's exclusively news. Like also just like what else are they doing? Yeah, what else are they providing?
Yeah.
It'd have to be like some documentaries. I do think CNN has some really great documentary series. It would just have
Mhm.
to be, I think they just didn't tell us what they were up to and like
Right.
why we doing. Also, so interesting. Like I think this Discovery Plus and Warner Brothers merger is so fascinating. And is this like Discovery Plus or this Discovery? Is it the same Discovery as in Discovery Channel?
Yeah.
Who knew they were so big that they could just purchase Warner Brothers? Like this is massive. Like
Well,
it's
and to
them
be
taking over Warner Brothers, isn't it?
oh, sorry. So no, Warner Brothers is taking over. So Warner Brothers HBO Max and Discovery. So Warner Brothers at the top, HBO Max and Discovery underneath that, and then CNN is part of, I think, Warner Brothers. So
Right.
Warner Brothers is
Because
putting
like
them on this HBO Max Discovery.
we had talked about this, like the merger. There's like the Discovery Warner Brothers merger, and that now this is
Yeah.
happening. They're revamping the whole DC uh, universe, the cinematic universe, and they have some wild ideas of what to do. As in, they have nothing, and they're just like, how do we make some money?
Right.
So I just it's just interesting. It feels like there's a sea change happening, and I just didn't know that Discovery was as powerful as it
Yeah.
is. I
And
I do want
to
to
be
answer.
fair,
Oh
yeah.
yes. Nope.
I don't have any regular TV. I don't have cable. So all I have is streaming services. So especially like, I don't know, around January 6th, a few years ago, I was married to Hulu and watching Rachel Maddow the second it was made free to me. So I do think like news needs to be on a streaming platform because a lot of us don't have regular TV anymore. So I can
Yeah.
understand CNN's perspective of like, well, why is Hulu getting the money when we could be getting the money? But
Yeah.
I think we gotta merge more of them together because people can't pay 10 different streaming services.
Which is what's gonna end up happening, and it's gonna be like the whole entire thing was like, I'm not. It felt like we were like, we're getting away from paying for cable, and
Right,
now the amount of streaming services that I have, to Renee's point, it's more expensive than it is paying for
right.
cable.
Yeah,
But I'm not
yeah,
getting rid of
it's
any
crazy.
because Renee won't let me. I'm like, I'm getting rid of Paramount Plus. She's like, you will not.
Absolutely not. Nope, you stay with it. No, you can get rid of whatever you wanna get rid of.
And look, Tim's
I love it.
pointing out Peacock has NBC News Hour and a lot of other things. Oh, well,
Yeah,
Tim, you said Renee's magical word. And
right.
Peacock. Renee, it's as if she works for
Mhm.
Peacock.
I
And
love Peacock. Well, get ready. You're about ready to
okay.
hear about Girls 5 Ever debuting May 5th. Go ahead.
Oh, well, before we get to that, I do want to point out Sarah's already moved us on to our next story. Speaking of streaming, this is a perfect segue. Thanks, Sarah. I Netflix lost 200,000 subscribers in the first quarter of 2021, and no one is surprised. What do you mean? So, in the first quarter of 2022, so that's January 1st to March 31st, Netflix lost a net 200,000 subscribers, making it the first time in over a decade that they did not grow in subscription.
Mhm.
So like they have peaked. It has hit. If you were like, oh my gosh, could this get worse for Netflix? No, good. So if you got those Netflix stocks, I mean, you know,
Get rid of those.
I cannot give you any stock advice. This was me just making a joke. Please do not rest your financial future on the things that I casually say out of my mouth. But James said, no, 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 no.
Worse.
So Netflix is projecting a 2.5. They're okay. Wait, okay. So the loss was on the backdrop of Netflix was projecting. So Netflix was projecting, oh, we're gonna get 2.5 million subscribers gained, but they lost 200,000. Who did the number forecast on that? That is real huge. Like we're gonna get 2.5 million. Oh, we lost 200,000.
Okay. All right.
So you can imagine their stock drop. So you don't even without my advice, it dropped 30% in the last 24 hours. And it continues to provide Netflix, it has, some favorable content, Bridgerton, The Crown, Squid Game. But I also just think the content has just gone down. It used to be like similar to HBO Max, prestige television, and now I feel like there's so much junk. I think something that would help Netflix is if they didn't autoplay trailers while you're searching for something to watch. It is the most annoying thing. I cannot focus on what it is I'm trying to watch when or look. I need to see the cover. I watch a trailer if I want, but it's so annoying that it's such a turn off for me to use Netflix. Is anybody else bothered by like the autoplay of the trailers as you're searching through stuff for Netflix? I think it's so annoying.
Sometimes it works. Sometimes I'm like, "Oh, yeah," but otherwise, when you're just like, "Stop! I'm trying to look, and you're distracting me." But I do get the effectiveness of it.
Yeah.
Merriman is saying they want to put on Netflix. What do you think about that? Yeah, maybe Netflix could acquire CNN Plus. Hilarious.
They could get some
Um,
news.
yeah, and then Jim, forgive me. Did you? I was reading along with you of the thing, and I missed. Did you say what some of their plans are to stay in the
Oh
game?
no. I didn't. Do you want to chime in on what some of those
Yeah, I would
plans
love to.
are?
So here's what they're thinking. They're thinking about bringing in advertisers so that they can start
Um,
to
get some
just
money.
expand the game. Yes, Mirror Man, exactly. Ads. And Mirror Man, you know exactly what's going on. So what's so interesting is that the whole reason we were watching Netflix is because they weren't ads. So now they're going to start inserting ads into all things Netflix. And if you don't want them, don't worry about it. You just need to buy a higher price Netflix. That's all. I feel like people are going to revolt a bit, and it's fair. Poor Netflix, man.
Yeah.
It definitely is the streaming service that can't die because it almost went down uh, when they were still sending out those DVDs, but they managed to come back. But
Oh,
I don't know.
yeah, yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. Of
I will absolutely pay for the higher tier of ads for any service you will get me,
course.
even for YouTube.
Yep.
I pay for you. I don't see those. I don't like the commercial. I don't want it. I don't want it. I'm happy to pay for a higher premium, so I don't
Yeah.
have to deal with those commercials. I will say sometimes though the commercial breaks are helpful for when you're like, oh, let me go get up and do the dishes or something, and so you
Sure.
don't have those. That can be a little challenging, but you just press pause. You'll
That's
figure
it.
it out. You
That's
can
easy.
figure
That's easy.
it out.
It'll be funny to
Oh
watch
yeah,
this.
and chiming in, you can just pay a lower price. So, gosh, it's so interesting how much like advertising makes the world go round. Like
Hmm.
magazines, like everything needs, like even the news survives on ads. Even your newspaper, they need ad buys. Like
Yeah.
marketing makes the world goes round, and it is so wild. Like Facebook depends on advertisers. Like I even
Yeah.
think that Facebook should just move to a subscription model because it would get rid of the ads. So you'd have to pay a subscription, you'd have to be a real person, it would get rid of a lot of the robots and things like that.
Right.
I'm of that
And
mind.
we touched on this story on Wednesday, and Tim made a great point. He's like, "Can you just do more product placement in the shows? Can we just have a lot more product placement within the shows? We could work with that."
Mm.
Which is great, but I don't know.
Can,
I guess maybe it doesn't pay that much.
can we do I want to take a quick survey from the Get
Mhm.
On Uppers. How do we feel about product placement? How do we feel about it? Do we like it? Do we love it? Especially, how about this? If it means you don't have to have commercials, would you rather just the
Yeah.
commercials, or would you rather just like someone just turns around like in the middle of Law and Order SVU? But before we solve that crime, don't forget your
Yeah.
Velveeta cheese.
I also think it's so relatable of like when they use product placement and you see that they're actually having Lucky Charms for breakfast instead of just like leprechauns, special magic tricks. They there is some sort of like affinity of like this character likes Lucky Charms. I like Lucky Charms. It works. It
Yeah,
really works.
it
It's good.
does
Yeah,
work. I love product placement.
me too.
I want to, maybe, Sarah, can we make a note like best, worst product placements that have ever existed? And sure, someone has populated that. I am absolutely sure. I
I
would
love it.
love to see it. I'd love to go over it because
As
I'm sure there's some
a
really bad ones as well.
Wayne's World fan. Was this in Wayne's World 1 or 2 where they
Yes,
did the
the
crazy product?
first
Remind
one,
me again
he
of that
kept
scene?
doing it was shoehorned in. They had all do all this
Yeah.
product placements, and Wayne was trying to talk about how he didn't want to sell out. He was like, "I refuse to sell out," and every time he kept turning around with like new products and saying their catchphrases, and he was like, I will not. I like." He's like, "I'm of the generation." The
Yeah,
Pepsi generation, glug, 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 and drank like a Pepsi, and then like he turned around with a bag of Doritos. I think he had
delightful.
like a Pizza Hut. Like he just
Yeah.
kept saying, I think there's like a Tide one. He was like, but I gotta get these stains out, and it was like so so perfect.
Hilarious.
Uh,
Mirror Man making
have to see that.
such a good point here. I had forgotten about that, that back in the 50s, they used to do commercials all the time, but they would use the actors to do the commercials. I get kind of like podcasting, right?
Mhm.
Host read stuff, or just like, well,
Mm.
all right, been around for
Mm.
a while.
Mm.
Interesting. Let's see. Jam, how are we feeling about news? Do we want to keep doing news or do we want to get into this game of ours?
Family Feud.
Yeah.
Family
Yeah. Yeah.
Feud.
Yeah.
Let's play.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
play
Yeah.
Family
Love it. I love it.
Feud.
Love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Here's the thing, get on uppers, is that you did this to yourselves. Had you not been so good at this, we would have been like, great, we tried it once, moving on. But you were so good at this game. You got it right every single time that we are now forcing it every week. Family Feud, you know it, you love it. It is obviously a very popular game show wherein the thing is we will give you sort of a phrase of just like top 5 Christmas gifts that you receive and you don't want. And then they poll 100 people, and then they figure out that is not the actual question. And then they figure out what the most popular question is, and then tier down from there. So the goal is we're trying to find for this game the top 4 answers that were used, and the theme is, get ready, greetings. Greetings is the theme today. Here comes the first question. Name something you include on a letter, but not on an email. Name something you include on a letter, but not on an email.
Okay. All right, Get On Uppers. We're working together. So I'm so excited. I love this.
It's so fun.
So much. Mirror Man is right. Family Feud is the best. All right, Get On Uppers. You heard the question. What do we think? What is Mirror Man said your name? Okay. I'll just said mailing address. Oh,
yes.
Could you imagine?
Yeah.
I would have put a mailing address and like my signature at the end.
Yep.
So Tim said the date. Ooh, that's a good one.
Nailed it. Nailed it. Yes.
What about just like I think Johan, I'm just gonna call you out here. Johan's looking for their phone. This happens so much.
I gotta find my phone. Yeah.
We're like, oh man, like something like, can you believe that person? Like that don't say gay bell, and they're like, find my phone. And you're like,
yeah, absolutely. Do you know how often I would do that? Every single morning. Every single morning. Joanna and I are in good company. Yes.
Is dear on there? Because I couldn't imagine starting like
salutations.
Like,
yeah.
Dear Renee.
Very good. You guys have almost all, there's one you're missing. You have all of them except for one. So what would you include on a letter? And a hint is, what do you have to put that letter in? And what do you have to...
A stamp.
There you go. You got it. So the answers are number 1 answer is stamp, signature, which Merriman got your name, address, which Audra got, and date, address and date. So Audra and Tim got that right. And then salutation, a greeting. You guys nailed it. Nailed it.
Nailed that one. We did it. Oh my gosh. And Sarah, can you, I think there's a reason, I forgot, the production meeting was a week ago, but I think it's like National Greeting Day or something. Please let me know, Sarah. I forget. There's some sort of, there was a reason why we
the reason we're doing this. Yeah, that's fair. I'll take it. Why is this happening to us? All right. Okay, here comes the next question. Name a type of greeting card that you would see a lot in the springtime. So what type of greeting cards are you seeing in the springtime?
Okay, Get On Uppers. What do we think? I have some ideas, but mine are always worse. Not like yours. Mine are bad, and yours are great. So I'm gonna hold off before I embarrass myself a little bit longer. Audra said an Easter card. Yep. Yes. Good. Very springtime. I think like graduations happen in the spring, so I would say like a graduation card. We got Easter.
Nailed it. Yep. Yes, Tim. Good.
Oh, Mother's Day. I'm so sorry to the moms. I skipped right over Mother's Day and went right to like, well, Father's Day is technically in the spring because it's usually before.
And to be correct, I think this is helpful, is that spring starts March 20th and ends June 21st. So between March 20th and June 21st, what are we looking for?
Yeah, so graduation. Oh, great. You can't say my birthday, everybody, because my birthday is in the summer, June 23rd. So please stop shouting out my birthday. Please stop sending the cards. Please stop sending the cards because I'm a summer baby. Look at Audra. Sorry to this mom.
I love it.
Sorry to this mom. I forgot.
So collect, you guys have three out of 4. And I think this could be argued that like the fourth one is year round, but I guess people like to do this in the springtime because the pictures are pretty because of flowers. Yes, Tim, St. Patrick's Day is a good guess.
Flower Day, Flower Child Day,
sure.
Earth Day, an Earth Day card. I always get an Earth Day card.
Which today is Earth Day. Happy Earth Day to everyone. Happy Earth Day to the whole team.
Yeah, I'm going to go with birthday.
You guys got it. It is the very, very last one, and I don't think it makes perfect sense, but Easter, Mother's Day, graduation, and then wedding. Yes, Tim, you got it. Tim said it before I did, so you got all 4. Weddings.
Good job, Tim. Good answer. Good
Nailed
answer. Good
it.
answer.
Nailed it. Good answer. Good job, Tim. Good job, Tim. Good job, Tim. You're winning. You're winning. I love it. Okay. Greeting, things that greet you. Name something that a dog does when greeting you. Name something that a dog does when greeting you. You've been gone a long time. You come in the door. What is that dog doing?
I have an answer.
Okay.
Lick your face. They lick your face.
Yes.
I'm not
Mirror
into
Man.
that, but I don't judge anybody who is. But
You
I
know
don't
what
like
is funny is
on
that
the
this
face.
question was originally written, name something annoying that your dog does, but it's me. So I did some, I took some liberties. Something wonderful that your dog does in greeting you. Yes. Great. All right. You nailed it. You nailed it.
I just sniffs you.
Mm-hmm. That's on there. Wagging tail is on there. Yep.
They sit. But now the question's annoying.
I love it.
Yes. I don't have a dog, but I would like my dog to sit every time I come into the room.
I would love to meet that dog. I would love to meet that robot of a dog that you have.
Does Tugboat sit every time you come?
Of course not. Tug, he grabs a shoe and parades it around the apartment, as if to say, I am also important. I am also, you were out doing things and I was doing things. So we both have big lives.
Oh, I was just tidying up. I'm very busy. I'll get to you in your day in just a moment.
Okay, in just a little bit, but right now I did find a shoe.
Doing.
And I don't know what you're going to come in with, what stories you have, but I found a shoe. So
very busy day.
The best. I love it so much. Okay, well, you guys got them all. Licks you, barks, jumps on you, sniff.
On there? Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
Audra loves it when the dog jumps on you. I know it's bad. I think it's a great thing because it shows that they love you and they care about you. Now, I don't like it when other people's dogs jump on me because I'm like, I don't know you. Are you attacking me? Like, I think it should be just something for just the family, just the family.
Yeah, I don't disagree. I think that is more than fair. Yes.
Audra also brought up this amazing point. Sarah Renee, can we make a note? You have to show, there's a photo that I think one of your Can I Pet Your Dog people painted of Tugboat.
Oh, sure.
And I don't think the camera does it justice, y'all, but Tugboat is like furry, like an Ewok, like fluffy, furry. I had no idea. So we'll need to see that photo on Monday of Tugboat and the
make painting. A note.
I would love to see this.
Okay.
Please
no, we can do that.
Make a note.
It's extraordinary. And Audra, I also think about Tugboat's ears. Mine's about once an hour, but yes, he's such a good dude. He's such a good dude. All right, you guys ready for another one?
Yes, please.
Yes. How would you greet? I feel like we can do this better. Okay. So you are meeting someone in the royal family. What are the various ways to greet them? Someone in the royal family. It is time for you to say, I acknowledge your presence. What various ways, they can be physical or spoken, do you do to greet them?
Okay. All right. Get on first. What are we thinking? I'm going to leave some space. Mirman said, oh, bow. I was like, yeah, ring the bell. I'm here. Mirman said bow. Audra said bow, kiss the ring.
Nice.
And said, Your Majesty. Is Curtsy also into bow? Or do we also put Curtsy into bow?
Yeah, we are now. Well, they're adding it. Yes.
Okay.
Bow is there. Your Majesty is there. Yeah.
What about snap? What about yes, Your Majesty? Yes, Queen. Is yes, Queen on there? Because that's how I would agree.
Queen is not on there, but it should be. I'm going to add it. I'm going to add it on there.
It should be.
I love it.
She got a lot of those. Do you think people say that to her in England? I ever saw the Queen walking by, but yes, Queen.
Yes, Queen. Yes. That we hope and pray. We hope and pray that happened. Yes. Absolutely. Okay, so you guys got
now I'm pro monarchy. If we greet her like that, I want it to stay around.
Then perfect. Then we have no notes for it. We're happy to have it. So bow is there, kiss your ring is there, Your Majesty is there. We have two more. Or we have one more that is on par with Your Majesty. And I would say this sarcastically.
Your Highness.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Yes, Your Highness.
Yes, Your Highness. Renee,
yeah,
you are the
you guys got
royal
it.
court jester. You have to say, you
Thank you.
can't say it sarcastically.
Thank you. Well, I don't know what to tell
Oh,
you.
Audra got
I
it
don't.
too, Your Highness, Your
Yeah.
Highness. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, Your Highness.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, Your Highness.
We
See?
love
Yeah,
it.
that's how I would
We
say
love it. Okay, one or two more.
Okay.
What is one of the best ways to greet a friend without speaking? I like the way that this was phrased. I will rephrase it. And then, what physical gesture can you do with a friend to greet them? Okay. All right. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. This is pre-COVID. Good. Right.
Oh man, this is pre-COVID for sure, for sure.
Love it.
All right, so we got some
Do you guys
answers.
realize you haven't said one that isn't on the list? We've done 3 or 4 games, and you guys we haven't done one that you haven't gotten all of them. It's why this is great. You guys
I'm
are
not
very good at this.
surprised. Yes. Wave your hand when I do, Renee. I like that one.
Yeah.
We're gonna.
Hello. Yeah.
Hi.
Yep. Hugs
Hi.
are there. Waving is there.
Hugs,
Yeah.
waves. What about one of these? Finger guns.
Yep. Finger guns are there. Yeah. Love it.
Oh, what about this? The nod. This has to be on there. We
Yeah.
do that.
Well, you're wearing a hat. How very dare you? What are you doing without incorporating your hands in this? You have a hat. There you go. Thank you. Did that. Wonderful. Very good.
I can't believe we've been doing the show for almost 2 hours, and this is my first time.
A tip of the hat. Thank you, Tim. I want to be friends with the person who greets me that way. Delightful.
Renee,
That did not make the cut,
when
but
I
it should
see
have.
you,
Yeah.
when I see you in like a week or two, I need us to do around each other when we first see each other.
And that's our greeting every time. It's
Oh
easy.
man.
I love it. I love it.
But
I
there
love
is a
it.
nod. Nod is in there, right? Nod is in there.
Nod is in
That's what
there.
we use in the
Perfect.
Backchannel
We've
time.
got a few more hand-based ones that
hand
we've
jive.
got to grab.
Hand jive.
Close. The gesture that they want is in there. Yes. Good.
Hand
got
shake.
it. And what else can
I
you
don't
do?
want to shake anybody's hands, but people keep
I know.
doing it. They keep being like, here,
appreciate it.
like Fauci said hands are gross. Ooh,
Right. But if I were to be
Audra.
like this, yeah, I just got it. There you go. High five. That's it. You got them all. Good. Think my connection's also. That one did it. Okay. Nice. Great job, guys. Very, very, very good. Okay. I feel like we got time for one.
Una más,
One
por
more.
favor. Una más,
One more.
por favor. Okay. One more quiz.
Okay.
Ooh, Mirror Man's right. A pound. Or a foot tap. Remember the foot tap came in?
Yes. Yes. Oh. Okay. Yeah, I like this. Well, can I give you a choice? Can we all decide? Yeah. This one I feel like is so incredibly arbitrary that it's so, I think, inducive to like personal preference. So the first one is, when you arrive at heaven, what do you want to greet you? I feel like that's too arbitrary, but here's a second one. Name something you would see on the cover of a Christmas card. I think that one's a little better.
Let's do that one.
Okay, let's do that one. Okay, so name something you would see on the cover of a Christmas card.
I want to point out that Audra has expressed her greeting preferences, that Audra would like to bow or elbow bump forever. Yeah. Those aren't professional acceptable. I think, Audra, wear whatever color nail polish you want and bow and elbow bump till the cows come home. And I'm not just saying that because I'm wearing this hat. Yeah.
What has stuck for me post-pandemic, and I think it's probably annoying, but I still do it, is my air hugs of just like, when I see somebody, meaning I would hug you, but I don't like you that much.
So I'm anticipating an air hug when I see you.
Absolutely not. No, we've already figured out we're going to do-si-do, and then we're going to hug, and then I'm going to hold you close and tell you, I'll let you know when this is over. And you're going to have to file a report with HR. Yeah.
And you would probably then yell in my face, dip me.
Exactly. Yeah. You guys are coming in with all the right answers. Yes, absolutely. Santa on a Christmas card, a Christmas tree. Yes. Santa Claus. Yes. Snow. Yes. set. Yeah, I think you got them all. Keep going with like a few more religious elements of what you think
Cross,
could be in there
Jesus.
for Christmas.
I know. It's
Candy
his
canes. Good. Yes.
birthday.
Good, Mirror Man. Good. Perfect.
Snow. Did we say snow? Oh, we already got snow.
Yeah.
I'm gonna double down. Jesus ate on a Christmas card. What are
Okay.
these cards? You said it.
Nice. Audra got it. It's a manger, a nativity scene.
Oh,
Perfect.
that's what I said.
Yeah.
Is it who's in the manger, Renee?
Okay.
Who's
Okay.
in the manger?
Great. Okay. So you were right. Perfect. And Tim nailed it. Angels. Yep. The manger, angels, snow, candy canes, Santa, reindeer, all of them. You got
I
all of
was
them right.
right
I
the
couldn't be
first
more proud.
top. And I said, Jesus. And Renee's like, it's Christmas.
You said cross.
Well, it's foreshadowing.
Thank you. I get you. I get you.
Where the story's gonna end.
I get it. I deeply respect it. Wonderful. You're so good at this game. It's a lot of fun because you don't get any wrong. I hope it's fun for you, Get on Uppers. It's fun for us to watch you get all the answers right. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, that does it for Family Feud for today. Family Feud Friday.
Renee.
Great
Family
work.
Feud,
I didn't do it.
so
This was
good.
Sarah.
I know
Sarah
you
found this.
hosted it. It was so great. I love this segment. Get on Uppers. I mean, they love it. Look at them. We got a new subscriber. Chris subscribed because of this segment. Thank you, Chris,
Wonderful.
for
Great.
subscribing. We're just really grateful to close out the week. So Get on Uppers. I'm speaking to all of you. Thank you so much for chatting throughout the show. Tim, Audra, Stacy, Merriman in Texas. We're so grateful. Our last segment is Forget About It Friday. So we like to do this every Friday. What are you going to forget about on Friday? What are you going to leave behind that is no longer serving you? Maybe there was something that was happening. Was there like an argument or just something that no longer serves you that you're going to leave behind today? What are you going to leave behind? You can say into your device, I'm leaving behind my wife.
Yeah.
I hate that.
That's how you announce your divorce.
No longer serving me. I gotta just get out of here.
I get it. Ooh, Audra coming in with a perfect one. I gotta forget about not asking for help. Yes, ask for help, Audra. I think the tricky part about people like you, Audra, is that you are so good that you can do it all. And I would imagine most of the time you do it better than the people you ask for help for. So I get it. But yeah, absolutely. Ask for help. You deserve help. Get some help.
Yes, please do ask for that help. It means, because you don't need to know everything. You don't need to know all the answers about all the things. Absolutely. I think that's so great, Audra. Thank you for also being vulnerable enough to share that with us too. Forget About It Friday. Renee, what are you forgetting about?
Yeah, listen, I'm going to take a page from CNN Plus. If it's not working, you have to get out. And it is hard. It is so hard to have those difficult conversations and show up and be like, hey, I'm going to do something and it's going to make things difficult for the next 2 weeks. But I think you have to like look at the big picture and have those conversations. Get on Uppers. I promise you that I am a company man. I stay where I'm supposed to. Before this, I was at my company for 3 years. And I know I just talked about having a job, but it was coming to fruition like, oh gosh, I am twofold. This maybe isn't the right fit for me, and I am not the right fit for them. Somebody else could do this better. And another dream job came on the market. So I had to have really difficult conversations this week, and it was hard. And I was pacing and talking to the dog, and then I had like drafted the email and on my phone, and then I just like paced back and forth, and I was just like talking to them, like just percent. You just got to percent. You just got to percent. It took me like 2 hours to push send, but we did it. We got there, and it was tricky. Like it wasn't met with, hey, that's fine. It was met with like, and I'm grateful for this. Them being really honest to be like, this puts us in a really tricky situation. And I was like, I get that, and I know that, and I'm sorry. I think long term, this is going to put you in a better situation, but I absolutely we can hold space for the next 2 weeks are going to suck. So that's it. Do the hard thing because it's worth it down the road. I hope.
Well, way to go, Renee, because it's not easy. Yeah. You made a choice that was right for you, and you didn't just stay in something that wasn't working for you, and that's not easy. And I really applaud you.
Thank you so much. Also, Audra, hilarious. You can forget about that book event. You don't even go see that book event. I think I'll probably take you up on that.
Permission granted. Yes, absolutely, Renee. You should absolutely Go enjoy your life. You don't need
You
that book
don't need
about
to
it.
do
You're
that.
a free woman.
Thank you.
Um, I am gonna forget about, I guess, like, this, like, it was a lot being around my colleagues who we were remote first, and we were around each other for
Right.
2 full days, and so it
Yeah.
was really great to, like, bond with each other, but there were definitely some moments of, like, passion, and not us,
Sure.
like, agreeing on certain things, and I think
Right.
just letting those moments go. When
Yeah.
we were doing a brainstorming exercise, did I take my toys home and go at one point? Yes. I put up an idea. Here's one thing I do not appreciate. We're brainstorming.
Right.
I will absolutely hate it if you shoot
Yeah.
down my ideas during a
Yeah.
brainstorm.
Yeah.
We're just
Yeah.
throwing out ideas. I
Right.
then feel like I get stifled, and we're doing a brainstorm, and like, well, I gotta tell you, I don't really like that thing. And I
Yeah.
just was like trying to hold it together. And
Yeah.
it's like, just take the post-it note down. Just take it down then, and be like, well, fine, we won't do
Yeah.
this. And I held it, and then I couldn't, and I boiled over, and I was like, fine, we just won't do this. And they're like, no, 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 we'll put it
It's
up, we'll
fine. It's fine.
discuss
It's
it.
fine. Yeah. Oof. No, that I would
But
have had a hard time with that too. How long did you hold on to your toys before you let them play with them
I mean,
again?
I started playing again. It didn't take me too
Okay.
long. I
Yeah.
eventually came back to I played, but I think I'm gonna like let those moments go. I was just very human, and also there's a lot that we put onto the future, and I'm gonna forget about feeling like I have to do it all at once, and that I even
Yeah.
have to do it successfully in some ways. Like, I
Mhm.
think just try bit by bit, and I think just one foot in front of the other, step by step by step. I'm going to do my best. I'm going to get done what I can. It's not all going to get done, and that's okay, because we have so
Yeah.
many plans that we plan that are exciting, but it's also like, how are we going to get this all done? So I'm going to
Oh,
bit by bit and release that pressure to get it all done and be perfect at it.
love it. Amazing. Amazing. Well, we figured it out. We got it all figured out. Fantastic. How was Doctor Strange Jam?
How was it? Yes,
Yes.
I haven't done it
Yes.
yet.
Oh,
It's
oh, oh, oh,
coming
oh, oh, oh.
along.
Sorry.
I have
Yes. Mirror
not
Man, that
seen
made
Doctor
perfect sense.
Strange yet, but we're doing the red carpet in just a couple of weeks here. And I gotta tell you, I gotta go to the bathroom. So we're gonna wrap this
Okay, let's
show.
go. Let's get you out of here.
I,
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All
but I
right.
do, Merriman, you did ask a question. Where were we yesterday? I was here in Texas, so we had to put a pause on the show yesterday, but we'll be back all next week. So Monday through Friday, and we have a new Marvel Monday movie to watch on Monday. This week we are
Yes.
doing Winter Soldier, my favorite movie. So if you want to watch it, please don't watch it at 11 o'clock at night on Sunday. And saying this for everybody. This
Okay.
is just
Just
a
for
note
everybody,
for
just in general, just
everybody.
for everyone. Yeah.
So it's Marvel Movie Monday. We'll be doing Winter Soldier. Also, if you've not seen, there's 2 shorts, Item 47 and All Hail the King. So be sure those are 2 extra credit assignments as well. But we'll be back next Monday, and there's so much
Sure
more
will.
programming coming out your way as well, right, Renee?
Absolutely. Up next, we have Anthony Davis, followed by your pal Hal, and ending the day with Mario Smith. We did it.
Mhm.
We did
We
it.
did it. I just want to thank everybody who has been here in London, Mirrorman, Chris, Productive Emu, Andrea, Johan, No Name, There, a Timer, Audra, Tim. Thank you all so much. It's been such a great Friday to hang out with
This is
y'all.
great.
Please
You guys are the
hang out
funnest.
more. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a review on www.backchannel.tv. We want to hear how the show is going. Want to hear from you. It helps people to see the show. And thank you all so much for watching Get On Up. I'm James Arthur M.
And I'm Renee Colbert, and you just
Get
got
On
on up.
Up.
Happy Friday, guys.
Yeah, we did it.